Wanna go to the park? Wanna go park outside? Yeah. Park, 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 park. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know why that's what they wanted. I called them like, oh, what do you want to drink? You know, like, I'm just thinking like a coffee or a chai or a mocha or something. And they went with the black olive soda. I don't get it. So I am in the process of starting a new project. And I say in the process, I'm like 2 or 3 days in, but I'm really excited about it. But before I can really start working on the new thing, I have to finish the last project I started. And you're gonna help me. You're gonna keep me honest. You're gonna keep me going and my motor running. And I have a problem with my car's ignition. Doesn't want to register my key all the time, so I gotta keep turning it around and doing the boop-a-doops and hoping it doos the doops. And those are words. I'm not having a stroke. That is my vernacular. So a little over a month ago, probably closer to 2 months by the time this comes out, it was like in the transitionary period between jobs, and so I was at home and I was driving myself crazy with boredom. So I assembled an elite team with a certain set of skills to create the latest and greatest morning talk show for the South Bend, Indiana area. The goal was we were gonna put together a pilot, shoot the pilot, and then shop it around to some of the local stations in town. We ran into some problems, which, you know, for having never created a talk show before, I guess I learned a few things as the guy running the show. But you know, that's good. That's probably for the best. You know, trials by fire, it's how we learn, all that jazz. There's a train coming. Jogga, 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 jogga. Whoop, whoop. But that's at least the good thing about a pilot. You can, you know, try some stuff. If it doesn't work out, you know, and you can either reshoot the pilot or, you know, use it to carry on and go forward. And it's still kind of unclear what direction we're going. But the current plan is, because it's been almost 2 months since we shot these things, I kind of want to, I don't want to let the businesses that, like, we talked to down by, like, not putting this stuff out, because it is good publicity for them. I'm going to finish getting them all edited. And then I think there's 4 of them. And the plan is we'll put them online, put them on a Facebook page or a YouTube channel. I'm still kind of working all that out in my head because I'm very indecisive. Just the person you want running the show. And then if we decide to go back and do a legitimate pilot, we can go back and revisit the concept. Or if we want to stick to doing it online, we can just focus on individual segments that are a little easier to manage all at a time. Most of the segments are almost ready to go. They're so close, but I haven't, they're missing little finishing touches that I just haven't gotten around to getting done yet. So the dilemma that I have currently is that we had a mic that malfunctioned. So I have 2 solutions. One of them is I can go through all of my audio settings, like all the audio filters, put it into Adobe Audition, mess with it there, bring it back to Premiere, mess with it there. Or Premiere has a new solution that is just, it analyzes the entire clip and replaces the voices with AI that sounds almost identical. The problem is there are definitely moments that you can tell it's a robot, but I can't tell if that's actually what's happening or I'm just hyper aware of it because I've been messing with this stuff for 3 weeks. All right, I'm gonna take this from the top here. I'm gonna click on all my doodad buttons. So I ended up going with the AI. Again, it's like it has some moments that sound kind of super robotic, but it does sound cleaner. It is a lot better of an audio clip. So what I'm going to do now, because unfortunately, anytime you make an edit to a clip with that audio fix solution, every time you make an edit like that, with that applied, it has to re-render the entire clip. So I'm going to export both the clips that I messed with, so that way I can just get the audio. So that way I can take that, put it back in the thing, and do another thing, and do some more stuff, and I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm really tired, and I just want this kind of done with. Export, yeehaw, first of the bunch. Which should be relatively simple to export, I'd imagine, I'd hope. You're not even gonna look at me? Not even gonna look at me, not even gonna say hi? So, it's a different day now. Huzzah, I guess. The show is almost done. I finished my audio repair yesterday. It still isn't perfect, I would say. I would argue it's not even great as far as the way it sounds, but it sounds passable now. Like you can hear what they're saying, you can understand what they're saying. So the audio is, I'm gonna call it fixed. It is as fixed as I'm gonna get it, but it's fixed. And then I did a polish pass this morning. I had a bunch of notes for things that I missed completely. I passed the clips off to my producer Kennedy, who she's gonna look at everything later today and let me know what her notes are. And then I also let Grim look at it, and Grim more or less just confirmed my notes, which I really appreciate, that I'm not going insane, or I'm not like too close to this to be objective. It's important. This is important to me for a lot of reasons. If you've listened at all to the Writer's Block podcast that I do with Taylor on occasion, you will know that I talk a lot about having ADHD. I have often referred to myself as the Professor Calamitous of whatever I'm referring to in particular. Here's Professor Calamitous, for those that don't know. He's a Jimmy Neutron character, but his whole shtick is he can't finish anything, and he's an evil genius. The way my brain works is like I hyper-focus on things, but then when something new comes into frame, I want to hyper-focus on that. YouTube is kind of a great example of that. If you look at my YouTube channel and you go back and you just look at the different kinds of content that I make, there are bursts of what I'm making. Like there's bursts of sketch comedy, there's bursts of gaming content, there's bursts of the bumbling chef and vlog content and things like that. That tends to happen a lot with other projects that I work on, usually things that I'm doing for fun. If I do something like for work, that's a whole different ball game, because like I'm fine-tuned that that's the thing I'm doing. But when it's something that I have to like push myself into doing, it's not as easy because I'm an asshole. But I think that's kind of the fact that I'm able to identify that about myself and try at least to combat it. I think that's some good personal growth. I think that's a good sign of growing up a little bit. Not a lot, not too much, but just enough. Just enough. I at least now have some stuff in my toolbox, so to speak, that I can use to combat that, which is really nice. I usually don't do a social media push, but follow me on social media, because I'm going to be kind of pushing this new thing a little bit. If you're curious what it's going to turn out to be, if it turns out to be more than just the couple of bits that we did, I'll leave all of that in the description for this video. And also subscribe to LegoMyGregOTV. Maybe I'll be back doing more videos. I really don't know. Sometimes you'll get a vlog. Sometimes I'll play a Bluey video game. Sometimes you won't hear from me for a year. And that's okay. You guys stay out of trouble. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.